Hello, this is soiledplant and welcome back to my channel. Well, today is a little bit different. It's going to be a more vlog style, and if you've read the title of this video, you know what's going on. I am driving about 500 miles round trip in order to get a Monstera Albo. But basically, these people sell their Monstera Albos for a reasonable price, and I had signed up to be on their wait list back in October. And lo and behold, on Sunday, I get an email from them saying, hey, we have them, come on by, these are our hours. And so I decided to take a vacation day off of work and basically take the round trip in order to go purchase said plant. I have not seen pictures. I have no idea what size they are, what the condition is, what the variegation is. I have no idea. So this is kind of like a little risky venture here, a little bit of adventure. But yeah, I decided to kind of make a quick little day trip, road trip out of this and sort of have some fun. I am at a gas station right now, filling up my car, getting ready to go, and we'll see how it goes. I don't know. Hopefully they're in good condition. Hopefully they're nice and big. I'm hoping, but either way, I just kind of needed a reason to kind of escape the mundane daily life that I've been living. I certainly need an adventure, so why not? Just pulled in. Wish me luck. Okay, I'll try to be quick because it is so incredibly hot outside. This morning when I woke up, it was 45 degrees and I dressed accordingly, and it is now 88 degrees. So next time when I do one of these day trips where I'm only wearing one outfit, I'm going to check the destination weather before I leave. So I'm trying not to sweat to death, but I will tell you my experience. So the greenhouse is called Ted's Greenhouse. It's located in southern Chicago, and they have a ton of stuff, lots of gardening stuff, house plants, all that. Their facilities are really, really nice. I went in, and you're supposed to check in with the office if you were confirmed, you're on the wait list, so you can come in and check it out. So full disclosure, they sent the email to me on Sunday, and I wasn't able to make the trip out until Tuesday, and it's Tuesday at about 2 o'clock. So there was a full day and a half where other people could come in and sort of pick whichever plants they wanted. I will say, and I'll show you footage of everything, but I was a little disappointed that I made the trip all the way out here for plants that were not super variegated. Granted, they are selling them for $85, which is honestly a steal for an actual plant with fenestrations, with variegation in a 6-inch pot. That's like not that bad of a deal. But I'm sure from what I saw when I was there that the good ones had kind of been picked over. I narrowed it down to 2 for what I would be willing to buy. If those 2 were not there, I probably would have just left and not purchased any of them. So I'm grateful I found the 2 that I found. There's the one I got, and then there's the other one. The other one had decent variegation in the stem, and that's one of the things I saw was a little lacking. I'm sure they grew these plants from nodes from an Albo Monstera. I'm not denying that, but there's so little variegation on the leaves and almost none on the stem. And the stem and like the nodes, if you see like the little white striping, that is how you know whether there is good variegation in the plant or not. And so I basically picked 2 plants that most definitely had variegation in the stems. The one that I didn't go for had striping and very, very faint, like cream colored striping. And the 2 most recent leaves had a decent amount of variegation on it. When I say decent, I mean like a chunk as opposed to like a little dot somewhere on the leaf. The one I ended up going with had a little bit less variegation on the most recent leaf, and I'll show you. So this is the one that I went with. This is the second newest leaf, and it's got a good amount of variegation on this upper portion, and it has a little bit of kind of speckling through the leaf. That is not dirt, that's not watermarks, that's actual, plant. And it does have a good amount of speckling in this leaf. The most recent leaf, however, has almost none. It has a little smattering right here that you can barely see, and then a little bit on this side, but none on the bottom section of the leaf. The reason I went with this one is that, and the other 2 leaves have almost none. This is the second, so like oldest leaf has just the tiniest amount on the upper side. and then a little bit right here. The second oldest leaf has none, and then you have the one with the good amount, and then small again. The reason I went with this one and decided to actually buy it for $85 is because of the variegation in the stem. And let me show you. Do you see that? This is like quasi the sheath, but this is also just like a good amount of variegation in this portion of the stem and over here. And that is why I ended up going with it, because this is actual stem. This is not like, so this right here is just the kind of sheath that it comes out of, but you can see, if you ignore the sheath right here, you can see a good amount of variegation on that stem. And then this has a good amount of variegation in it as well, even on the back side of that sort of new node that's right here. So this is a node right at that line, and there's a good amount of variegation in that portion. So I'm covering up the sheath so you can see that that is really just like straight up lots and lots of variegation. It goes down the stem like this, and then there's some more on the other side. But that is why I ended up actually purchasing this plant, even though it has very little variegation on it. So basically what you're getting when you buy from here, if you're able to swing by like first thing Monday morning, after that you might have better options than these. I'm not sure sort of how good they get. This is, you know, a day and a half after they announced that, you know, they're willing to sell them. So I'm not 100% sure how amazing the good ones are, but this is just what I was able to find. I would say if you're further away, it may not be worth it for you unless you can get there first thing the next day after they send the email. If you don't have that kind of flexibility, I don't have that flexibility. I have, you know, your normal 9-to-5 day job, and I was not able to take off on Monday. So if you have that flexibility, maybe it's worth it to like take the drive over and see if you can get a good one. Or if you're in the Chicago area and it's even easier for you, I would say go for it. If you are further away, I would say it's probably not worth it, especially with how much you're going to pay for gas and wear and tear in your car, food. I'm going to get lunch after this. I really hope there's an Italian beef place close by, because that is what I'm craving. But yeah, I keep showing you the one leaf that has like no variegation on it. Like, it's got that and it's got little speckling, but it is brand new and does have fenestrations, which is nice. So here's what my plan is. I am going to keep this, you know, as is. I'm not going to cut it apart, and I am just going to try to optimize that cream white variegation by keeping it all together but giving it like ideal conditions. I'm probably going to end up putting it in my greenhouse with all the lights. I'm going to see if I can find room for it. That space is getting crowded and more crowded every single day. But I'm going to try to put it in there so I can encourage the plant to bring out some of that white variegation. And if the next leaf also gives me this much less, not much more, I might then chop it into pieces and hopefully encourage that variegation that way. The base of the plant, even though it has albo markings on it, yeah, this one I'm pretty sure doesn't have any. You can actually tell for sure if you look on the back side of the plant, and you can see on the back side that there's discoloration from the variegation. So if you look at the back side, you can see where there's actual variegation on the back side of the leaf, just not on the front side sometimes too. So would I recommend it? Would I recommend the trek? If you're not close by, probably not. But I was able to find one that I thought was worth trying and experimenting with. So I'll keep you updated on how this one's doing. Yeah, I can at least technically say now that I have an Albo Monstera. It's not the most beautiful specimen in the world, but hopefully I can make it one. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye.